Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Zogi and I'm a Gemini, which is why this channel is called Zogi the Gemini. So today I am back with discussing men with Zogi. I don't actually know what this series is gonna be titled, but let me just say in this particular video it's called Discussing Men with Zogi. Now let me not even talk too much, let me just get right into the topic of today. And as you can see, it is the fact that I do not trust men. I don't want to go off the normal narrative of, you know, men are trash and stuff like that, but men are trash. You understand? Men are trash. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera. Men can not all men. Some men are trash, but it's a kind of a case where can't live with them, can't live without them. Do you know what I mean? We kind of you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this video is going to be more of a serious one because it's going to be like talking about where my mistrust for men came from. Men, the male species. I more so should say the male species, because it includes boys to an extent, but not young boys. You'll get what I'm talking about when I kind of go into more details. So if you grew up right with something that society deemed wrong, so mine is plus size, right? But it could be anything. It's just something that someone or people can pick on you for. So growing up, right, I've been big all my life, you understand? I think I even came into this world as overweight child, no surprise. So yeah, I've been big all my life. The people that try to pick on me the most is males, right? The male species. So I've always had this kind of like defense mode when it comes to guys. So they can approach me, and it's happened before, like they approach me with I guess some of them with good intentions of just to get to know me, but because I'm just so used to defending myself, since I didn't have the luxury of just kind of like, when a guy comes to you, it's not with no hidden intention. He's not doing it because of a bet. He's not doing it to ridicule you. He's not doing it because he's not doing it, but then would want to hide in public but be like proper nice in private. Do you get what I mean? Like, if I guess you was what society deemed as pretty or acceptable, you know, if a guy approaches you, it's with, you know, genuine intentions of trying to actually get to know you. But I guess with me growing up fat, that wasn't the case sometimes. So yeah, so from primary school all the way down to primary school, I've always had to have like my guards up. So primary school wasn't too bad because obviously we were young, but then moving into secondary school, even though I went to all girls secondary school, worst decision in my life, like worst decision in my life, but we moved. Not necessarily it being all girls school, but that particular school, Norwood Girls School, I don't even know what they call it these days, but the worst decision to ever go to that demonic school, but that's a whole story within itself. But yeah, so I went to all girls secondary school, and like there was secondary schools around us. I feel like on top of the hill there was an all boys school. Yeah, there's an all boys school near the school, and then there was another school, BTG, I believe. The BTG, BCG, I can't remember what it's called. Bishop Tennyson, I don't know what it actually stood for, but that was a mixed school. So yeah, at that point, that's when we saw guys more. And generally speaking, it was okay when, you know, going on the bus and whatever, yeah. But there was cases where the boys try to take the piss out of me, or like they'll be like, I can hear them saying, move to who you think is the ugliest girl here, or move to the fattest girl, or move to someone you'll never take to your mum or show your mum. Like basically out of bants, then they will try to approach me, yeah. So I've always had that kind of defense mode because I'm not a dickhead. Do you get what I mean? I never would go down without a fight. Basically, I will always try to defend myself. So when I guess from that kind of formed me seeing male as defense when it comes to guys my age. And I think that's maybe why I talk to guys that's older than me, because I'm just like, I guess your intentions are more clearer, well, sometimes, but yeah, generally their intentions are more clearer. They're too old to be playing stupid games. It wasn't always like that, but there was a number of times where guys will come purely because they want to take out the piss out of me, purely because they want to get onto me, purely because they want to bully me. Yeah, do you get what I mean? That kind of thing. Because I've always been big, been dark, and all of that palaver. I've always been a person that I always had characteristics and features that people felt like they could get onto. College was fine, university was fine. Like, at that point we had grown up, but the damage had been done. So even though college, when everyone was a bit older, the problems, I wasn't having them problems anymore. Like, I could actually speak to guys, and same with university, I could speak to guys normally, but that damage had been done. You understand? The damage that was created in primary school and that was created in secondary school had already been done and had been created. Do you know what I mean? And I never realized how much so many things that happen to you as a child really create the adult you become. Do you get what I mean? They really create how you view the world, how you view yourself, and how you view others. And me always feeling that I have to, like, you know, defend myself when it comes to males, it definitely made me hard to trust them. So even till now, like, coupled with that whole, I don't know if your intentions are genuine, with coupled with, okay, I'm big, I feel like you may try to take the piss, yeah, so there's that, right? Let's just put that. Then on top of that, men are just mad, yeah? They lie for no reason. They try to use their words to deceive you, right? Not just necessarily lie, but very careful with the wording they use. So coupled with the fact that some guys are very, very manipulative, yeah, and also that kind of mistrust for guys, coupled together, that shit has been difficult. That has been difficult. That really contributed to a large mistrust for men, for boys, mostly boys. That's why when boys my age try to talk to me, oh, never, I won't talk to you. Like, I won't. I feel like that damage that the boys that used to try and bully me the most were obviously my age. So even though it's almost like the 15-year-old girl is still here in the 25-year-old girl. Does that make sense? I feel like the younger me is still here. Do you understand? Like, I'm still, she hasn't really, like, kind of healed from that, from trying to be the butt of the joke when it comes to some males. So now I still have that, and that, even me saying that, right, if, okay, when we were younger, guys, like, you know, even if they liked a girl that was bigger, they won't want to say in front of their friends. That happened multiple times. If, like, now that we're older, guys are really, like, upfront with, okay, I like you, you know, I don't mind everyone knowing and stuff like that. For the fact that even at the age of 25, there is still guys that will be scared to let their boys know that they like a big girl. That doesn't help them. That doesn't help the situation. That's why I'm so big on, listen, if I use my past experiences, yeah, and I use generally how this society treats bigger people, I won't date at all. I won't be with guys at all. Like, I just won't entertain males at all. And for a period of time, I didn't. You understand? I haven't got time. Like, I've built up my confidence to a good and stable level, right? I don't need trouble. I don't need any guy that's gonna try and shake that, try to reduce that, or more so try to control that. Because some guys generally like knowing that they can control your confidence. If they say you look nice, they've got into your mind so much so that only when you get the confirmation from him that, oh babe, you look nice, that's when you're like, oh yeah, like I can see it, I look nice. And if he's like, oh babe, like today, do you want to change, or what's going on with your makeup? You're like, even if your makeup is okay, even if your makeup is okay, you just try something a little bit different. Or maybe the dress is something usually someone that is quite covered up, but you're like, you're getting a bit more confident in your body, so you're trying to, you know, change your wardrobe a bit. But he's used to seeing you a particular way, he wants to see you a particular way, and he wants you to think of your body and, you know, everything about yourself in a particular way. When you want to start moving towards boldness and confidence, he don't like that. So, and he, especially if he knows that he can control that, that's when he will try. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of derailing from the point here, but there's so many things that come to my mind when I think of this topic, and that is, ladies, if you're insecure, I'm going to do a whole video about security, confidence, Don't let the guy know. Don't let the guy know. I'm sorry, I'm shouting. I need to be quiet. But don't let, even if, yeah, you are riddled with insecurities, I personally feel like if you're riddled with insecurity, you have no business being in a relationship. Don't be in a relationship if you really struggle with your self-image, yeah? Because the problem is, yeah, when you struggle with self-image, when you struggle with self-love, confidence and all that palaver, yeah, and you get into a relationship, there is cases where you meet a lovely guy and he generally can help you love yourself, see the beauty within you and not use that to his advantage. But in most cases, and this is really tied in with human instinct, yeah, there's prey and there's predators. You understand? I feel like a lot of us have that kind of predator trait in us. So when we see we can use something to our advantage, we do use it to our advantage. And I feel like everyone uses something to their advantage. Know that they kind of have like a, you know, sway, or they have like a, the upper hand, so they use that to their advantage. It may not be like maliciously, do you get what I mean? It could literally just be like, I don't know, I can't think of an example that's not really malicious, but you have the upper hand, but you don't use it to like disturb others or try to control others. But I just think generally, if we have identified that, okay, we have control over something, we can use it in a very bad way, or can just use it in a moderate way. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like if you let someone else, not even just a guy, you let someone else know you're insecure and you really rely on them to build up your security levels, you are going to be a mess. You understand? Because I see confidence like a house, right? You build from down, you need to, all houses, everything has a foundation, right? You build that, you have like the infrastructure of the house, so you do like the layering, the bricks and all of that, yeah? Then that's when you go into the interior, you fix up the house, make sure the house is nice, yeah? So, the thing is, no matter how beautiful the house, you may even have penthouse, swimming pool, rooftop, you can even have an elevator in your house. You can have so many nice things in your house, right? But if that foundation is not strong, now think of it. Imagine you have like a banging house. You have so many nice things, so many luxurious things, and you look at the house, oh no, that house is nice, you know. Funny enough, other people will look at that house and be like, oh, yeah, I want that house, I want that house. But your foundation is weak. And that's what some girls do. So they look nice, they look nice, they can make themselves look nice, but that foundation of that final say so, do I look good, will come from someone else. So if you give someone else your foundation, the day they snatch that foundation underneath, so the day you take a foundation from a house, what happens? It crumbles. You understand? When you put that foundation in an external person's hand, it is not actually attached to the house. One person owns the foundation, and then another person actually owns the land or the house on top of it. When the person that owns the foundation snatches that foundation, or crumbles or shakes that foundation, everything on top of it it's gonna shake, it's gonna crumble. So that's why I'm really keen on making sure that when you're building your confidence, build it for yourself, like genuinely believe. But anyways, okay, going back to the actual point I'm trying to make, sorry for deriving, but listen, all of these are kind of hand in hand, they're all tight when it comes to relationships. But yeah, so I think that's why I have a large mistrust when it comes to certain men, especially, as I said, men my age. And I'm really trying to think of how I can like wrap up this video but in a positive way. But I can't lie, like this series, as I said to you guys, yeah, it is awkward for me to talk about. Like everything I've just said was very awkward. It may not seem it because I'm really trying to push myself, but it was awkward. It wasn't difficult per se, but it's just awkward for me to discuss. But yeah, I'm thinking still, how can I wrap up this video seamlessly and be like, oh, but you know, something I still have that large mistrust. I'm sorry if it wasn't really helpful. It's more so kind of like seeing if anyone else can relate to me. Can anyone else relate to, I guess, a past trauma? No, I guess it's trauma. It's traumatic. I can't lie. For the fact that it's still affecting me till today, that shit is traumatic. So yeah, so let me know down below. As I said, this whole thing series is going to be a conversation. It's definitely, you know, a way for you guys to get to know me more when it comes to males and dating and stuff, because I know you guys are inner. Yeah, you guys are inner, so you guys have been asking me from way back when, so I decided now is the time I'm like kind of comfortable to speak about it. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you watch the last video. I'll put hair or hair, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.